Good morning, everybody. It's April the 11th, and this morning I'd like to do the cloud chart FTSE market review. There's the usual disclaimer. We're going to look at the FTSE 100, FTSE All Share, and the FTSE 350 sectors from an Ichimoku cloud chart perspective. We're going to looking what's hot and what's not. So I'm going to jump straight into the Pro Real-Time platform, and we'll start off with the FTSE All Share. And we can see the markets now had a nice strong rally since breaking out past the cloud chart resistance here back in December. We had a strong rally, period of consolidation, and then a breakout again. And now we are consolidating on top of this resistance that is now a key support zone. We can see the front end of the cloud here is a major support zone at 3952. And we're looking at testing support at 3995. So 4,000 is a critical level that is kind of trying to find support at. So as long as price action is above the cloud, it's positive. And I would be looking at entry points when it retests the support zone here at the top end of the cloud, with extensions and resistance here at the old highs here of 4,047 is the next key resistance zone. Okay. So the FTSE All Share, uptrend remain in place. Expect a retest of support at the top end of the cloud. FTSE 100 index is also now somewhat consolidating after an extended rally back in December and January. Had a consolidation, then another rally, and now it's bouncing off support at the top end of the cloud. Here we can see here back in February, it found support here at 7,193. And as it once again tested this 7,269, turned out to be a good support zone on two occasions. And now we consider that a key level as a swing trade entry point in and around the top end of the cloud here, with the targets of the old high here at 7,440 as a key resistance zone. So far, the front end of the cloud has not indicated that the trend is changing soon. So the trend remain up, and we do expect consolidation to continue in around these levels with a rebound of support here at the top end of the cloud. FTSE 350 index, very similar to the FTSE 100. Also consolidating. Watch out for these levels at 4,001 is a key support zone at the bottom end of the cloud, and the top end of the cloud here is currently being tested at 4,048. And that's the support zone to watch this current week. Expect a swing trade from when the market corrects back down to the support zone and then rebound from that level. Front end of the cloud still indicate that we are doing okay from an uptrend perspective. Still no reversal in the overall trend. Right, so if we jump straight into the FTSE 350 sectors, we're going to look at autos and auto parts. Interesting position here. We are testing support at the bottom end of the cloud here. So watch this level very closely to see if it's going to rebound from there. MACD signal still hasn't come through. Slight underperformance versus the All Share. But we are looking for a potential rebound here. Critical, if we slice through that support zone, we're going to go much lower with 580 as the next support target there. But watch the critical week to see if we're going to get a rebound there or if support's going to fail. So watch that very closely. The auto parts and autos and auto parts sector. Banks, rolling over, price action taking place below the cloud. That's quite negative. The cloud is now the new resistance zone. Yeah, at 150.90. And we've got support here at 145.2. So if that support's broken, we're going to go back down to the bottom end of the cloud here at 140. But overall, had a MACD sell signal, dropped through support at the cloud levels, lost support at the cloud levels there. Front end of the cloud indicate the downtrend's in place. So we can just be shorting these rallies back up to the bottom end of the cloud. Strong underperformance versus the FTSE All Share. And note the MACD sell signal remains valid. Basic resources, trying to find support within the cloud. Bouncing off the bottom end of the cloud here at 733.5. We've had a MACD buy grinding higher, rebounded from the bottom end of the cloud with the upside target now of the resistance here at the top end of the cloud in and around the 777 zone. Okay, so we should see a rally back up to 777. Chemicals, found support at the bottom end of the cloud here. Nice entry point for a swing trade. Not yet had a MACD buy signal, but watch the chemical sector very closely to see if 1965 will be the next rebound position. Okay, rebound from that level with a successful retest of support and then a rally back up to the top end of the resistance here at 2020. Construction materials moving sideways, floating on the top end of the cloud. 900 is a key area for a potential swing trade to the upside on a potential successful retest of support at that level, with upside potential back up to about 944. Front end of the cloud still looking good, waiting for the MACD buy signal on the swing trade there. Financial services, grinding higher, steady move higher, testing old highs for resistance, critical level to see if it's going to break past that level. Had a MACD buy signal, so watch this one very closely as it's now looking to break past the old highs for the old high resistance there. Food and beverages, also consolidating, sliding somewhat sideways here. MACD sell signal, downside risk to the top end of the cloud, so watch the 1014 and then the 1009 level for potential rebound swing trade level and a MACD buy signal in and around those levels. Healthcare, testing support at the top end of the cloud, downside risk to the bottom end of the cloud at 550. Watch 549, 550, watch that level closely, but critical to see if it's going to rebound from the top end of the cloud or further weakness, expect a rebound at the bottom end of the cloud. I think we might just see that rebound come in at the bottom end of the cloud. So we'll be ready for a swing trade in and around the 548 level. Okay. Industrial goods and services, steady uptrend, remain in place, testing old highs here for resistance. Need a breakout past those levels, otherwise we're going to consolidate back down to the top end of the cloud at 934. So watch it very closely for a MACD buy signal to come through in and around these levels, but we need a breakout past that resistance. If the breakout fails, we're going to go back down to the top end of the cloud here. Insurance, testing support of the top end of the cloud, potential rebound zone, watching very closely for a potential MACD buy signal to come in and around these levels, and watching the 680 level as a potential swing trade entry point. Media, collapsed through support, now trading below the cloud. Front end of the cloud indicates that we have a downtrend in place. We could see this 644 as a key resistance zone. If resistance holds at that level, we're going to go down much further and retest these old lows and the bottom end of the cloud. But the front end of the cloud indicate that we are drifting lower. Oil and gas, struggling to get past old cloud chart resistance, the bottom end of the cloud. Managed to get past the cloud level here. Next level to test for resistance is 435.8, and we could see a reversal in and around those levels. So watch those levels very closely for a potential short selling opportunity there, because the front end of the cloud indicates more downside to come. Personal care and household products, a little bit extended, trying to break past this resistance zone, so watching very closely. Looking for a MACD buy signal, I'll be much more comfortable buying in and around the retest of the cloud here. So a little bit extended there. Real estate, a little bit extended to looking at the chart here. Nevertheless, had a MACD buy signal, a nice little rally there. Successful retest of the cloud, and we could now expect it's had a breakout now. We're going to expect a retest of this breakout high here. So we should see this rally, since the rally's gone up, it's going to come back down a little bit and retest that high there and then continue the rally up. The front end of the cloud still indicate a good uptrend in place, and we just need to buy these consolidations and retracements to the cloud chart support. Retail broke past cloud chart resistance just yesterday, and we're now looking at these old highs as testing the old cloud chart resistance low here at 317.15 and 319.05. So it needs to get past those levels to maintain the upward momentum. Front end of the cloud is indicating an early trend change. So we would be looking at buying these pullbacks to a support here. At the top end of the cloud would be a nice entry point from a swing trade perspective. Technology, we a little bit extended here. We are fighting old cloud chart resistance here at 1463 and 1458. These are key resistance zones. So it's going to be interesting to see if it's going to be able to maintain momentum to break past these key levels to the upside. Okay. Had a nice MACD buy signal here as it rebounded or broke found support at the top end of the cloud here. So a nice strong little rally to the upside. Now in need of a consolidation, bit extended, but currently watching closely as it's going to break past this resistance here on the left. So we need to see that momentum maintained. Okay. Telecom struggling a little bit. Front end of the cloud indicate downside is downtrends in place here. Downside risk to test support here at the bottom end of the cloud at 496. Had a MACD sell, so that's working out closely. Looking out for support here to see what the price action will be like when it gets to that support level. Travel and leisure consolidating sideways after a nice rally, and it's looking for support levels to watch for 643 spot 60, and the top end of the cloud here at 655. So watch that level for potential rebound out of this base. But the longer the base, the stronger the support and the bigger the breakout. But currently need to see a breakout past these old highs here for it to continue upward momentum. Utilities also consolidating, very much a sideways moving pattern. Need to see that breakout past old highs. Support here is at the top end of the cloud at 726, which is a first entry point, and then the bottom end of the cloud here secondary is 711, and that could, if we have a successful swing trade as it rebounds from a successful cloud chart support test here at the top end of the cloud. So that all in all, watching in particular the FTSE 100 to see if it's going to continue the sideways consolidation pattern. The top end of the cloud could be a nice swing trade for a breakout rally back up to test the old highs here. But watching very closely to see if 7268 support zone will hold. Okay. Until next week, next time, happy trading.